This is Algebra, Lesson 1.3, the distributive property. So, the distributive property is when you have something, number or variable, in front of parentheses that house a sum or a difference. So again, something with a number or a letter. But then if you have a single piece in front of a sum, you'd need to multiply everything in that sum by the item in front. So we would have the first thing multiplied plus the last part multiplied. And this works for addition and subtraction. So I'm going to write the subtraction version too. But you're still going to multiply a times b, and then you're going to multiply a times c. So whether you have variables in the way, you're still going to treat them the same way. Too far. So example A is 5 times the quantity of 3m minus 6. So I kind of draw these little rainbow dudes to help me figure that out. But 5 times the first term, 5 times 3m, I'm going to write out my work, minus, and then it would be 5 times 6. So 5 times 3m, we multiply the coefficients, the numbers in front, that'd be 5 times 3. And then m stays m. And then we would multiply 5 times 6, and we get 30. Letter B, we're going to multiply here. So I'm going to write out my work again, negative 6 times 7 plus negative 6 times x. That would be negative 42, and this would be 6x. Now I have two options here. I like to simplify it. Rather than writing plus a negative, we write minus, but it's the same meaning. Adding a negative has the same effect as subtracting. Letter C, we have a 5 in the back multiplied by the quantity of x plus 9. And whether that multiplier is in the front or in the back, it has the same effect. We multiply everything in the parentheses by what's outside of it. So this would be x times 5 plus 9 times 5. X times 5 is 5x. Conventionally, we write the coefficient first and then the variable second. And then 9 times 5 is 45. And the last one here, we're going to multiply first term, multiply second term. I'm going to write out my work, negative 5n times 6 plus negative 5n times 7n. So negative 5n times 6, we're going to multiply the coefficients, the numbers together. Negative 5 times 6 is negative 30, and my variable stays n. Here again, we're going to multiply our coefficients together. So we're going to multiply negative 5 and positive 7. Negative 5 times 7 is negative 35. So I'm actually going to back up a step here. I'm going to get rid of this plus, and I'm going to make that a minus instead. Just like the problem right above, plus a negative 35 is the same as minus a 35. And now I have n times n, which gives me n squared, 2 n's. And that would be my finished product there. Letter B, you want to buy 6 CDs for $11.95 each. Use the distributive property and mental math to calculate the total. So the idea here is that we're going to be distributing numbers. What we want to do is we want to do 6 times $11.95. But that's a little hard to do. We'd have to do 6 times 5, carry the 3, 6 times 9. That's a little much. But we can use our times tables a lot easier if we break this down, and instead of saying $11.95, well, that's just 5 cents less than $12. I can do 6 times 12 a little easier than I can do 6 times $11.95. And I can do 6 times 5 a lot easier than I can do 6 times $11.95. 6 times 12 would be 72. 6 times 5 would be 30. So 6 times 5 cents would be 30 cents. And $72, take away 30 cents, that would be $71.70. I feel like these just get lost when we have the times dots instead of the times X's when we have a decimal there, but that's about it. That is it for the notes. Good luck on the exercises, and please let me know if you have any questions.